So, full disclaimer, I am not a medical doctor. I am not your personal OB or midwife or your personal lactation consultant unless you are contracted with me. What I say is just general knowledge and some recommendations of what's out there and what you should or should not do related to collecting colostrum. So let's get into it. Hey y'all, it's Juju Rose. Welcome in or welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are having a wonderful day. I'm having an amazing day. So let's get into it. I have a question that somebody asked on my TikTok, so I am going to answer that question for you guys. Here is the question. Any tips on collecting colostrum? I'm 39 weeks and I've watched so many tutorials, but it's just not happening. Okay, first and foremost, listen. Don't go by what you see other people doing, girl. Like, you can see all these people out here collecting colostrum, harvesting colostrum, and they're not, explaining the risks, not explaining the benefits, and making first-time moms especially feel like if they're not collecting colostrum, they're not going to produce. So let me give you the tea on this. First of all, the benefits of collecting colostrum. Obviously, if you're collecting colostrum, you can use it for yourself, use it for the baby, because it's rich in antibodies, immune health, building their gut health, etc. So if you're collecting the colostrum, you can use it for the baby if something is happening when you give birth. So say you give birth, there's an issue, the baby's in the NICU, you have that extra colostrum. A lot of people collect it for that reason. Now, let's get into the risk. Let me sip my Dunkin'. This is not sponsored or paid by Dunkin' Donuts. I just need my coffee, y'all, because I'm a mom of two. Like, what? Anywho, so let's get into the risk. First of all, when you're collecting colostrum, that's hand expression, that's hormones, that's oxytocin. Oxytocin, what does that do? Uterine contractions. If you are a high-risk pregnancy, it's not recommended. If you have had any issues, if you have a cerclage where you have stitches on your cervix, it's not recommended. It's saying once you've reached 37 weeks, then the recommendation is you can start collecting colostrum. Now, am I going to not produce if I don't collect colostrum? Does it mean I'm not going to have a milk supply if I can't collect colostrum at 37 weeks? Absolutely not. When your placenta detaches after you give birth, that's all those hormones, girl, kicking in to tell your body, make milk for my baby is here, okay? That's how it works. So it's okay. If you are unable to collect colostrum, you're 39 weeks, it's absolutely fine. You're gonna do fine. It's absolutely fine. It's nothing to worry about, nothing to stress about. So I told you the benefits, the risk, and that's the recommendation. If you want to collect colostrum, the recommendation is to start between 37 weeks and forward, and you do it by hand expression. The recommendation is not to put on a pump and try and do it, and I told you why, because of those risks going into premature labor. If you have a history of premature labor, you shouldn't be doing it. Again, I am not a medical doctor. I am not anyone's doctor. I am not your personal lactation consultant. So this is just general, recommendations of what they say. Certain lactation consultants will work with you to do this and certain ones don't. I personally do not do this just for my own personal reasons. But you can find a lactation consultant who does, and then you work together with your OB or your midwife to do this. That's the safest way to do it. So that's the answer to my question about collecting colostrum. Me personally, baby number one, breastfed 18 months. I did not collect colostrum. He still got that liquid gold. Colostrum is, high in antibodies, that immune health, that gut health. It's liquid gold, literally. My first son, he breastfed 18 months. He still got that liquid gold. I did not collect colostrum. Second baby, I didn't even see drops, honestly, during my second labor process. I didn't even see drops until he was out. So neither time did I harvest or collect colostrum. They both got those benefits. They both got that liquid gold. So it's nothing to worry about. Last but not least, there's no specific tips or tricks if you try to hand express and you don't get the colostrum. It's fine. It's okay. If you try to hand express, you do get it. Again, it's fine. The main thing is if you're hand expressing the correct way. So that's why you need to be working with your lactation consultant and your OB and midwife closely on this. That's the main thing, is working with professionals to make sure that you are doing it right and to make sure you are even allowed to do it during your pregnancy. I love gummy bears, y'all. These Black Forest organic gummy bears, my favorite. So just, ooh, the flavors be flowing. I am thinking next week, I am big on manifesting, you know, having faith, talking to God, and just believing that everything is going to work out in your favor. Next week, y'all, let's do a vision board right here on YouTube. A breastfeeding vision board. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you're subscribed. You're probably wondering, like, what's that? It's going to be lit. So next week, that's what we're going to do, y'all. All right. Y'all be here next week on the tube. I got y'all. Juju with the jewels. Peace. Juju with the jewels.